what, man? I'm gonna say this right here, man. I'm a conspiracy person, man. I think my man Adam Silver called up LeBron, called up Stephen A. and was like, "Hey,
we're talking truth non-stop, DK and DK at the top of the crop.
Oh, man.
Play that intro, man.
The intro,
that
song,
intro
man, right now?
Yeah, man, show him that intro.
Or you would just play it randomly, just start playing the damn song?
Play that intro real quick, man. You don't play, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna play my intro real quick for us.
Go play the damn song in, man. Hurry up.
Let's see, man. Here we go, right here.
I got the damn song. Here we go, man.
You hear it?
Can you hear it?
Okay. Hey, what is the overlapping? We'll overlap it, man.
All right, we're gonna start doing an overlap on this. All right, man, that's enough, man. That's ridiculous. Man. Probably goddamn losing damn views. I'm sorry, people. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Related and Debated. This is your boy PK, and that's my brother DK right there.
Your boy DK right here, man.
Hey, what? And he got that garbage. He got the garbage on right now.
You're looking at Mr. Unlimited.
Nah, man, that's
Mr. Unlimited.
So we from the Seattle area, and I've been a hater, but I just the Russ thing, man, I don't get it.
Tell people why you hate him.
He just give me those vibes, man. He just give me those.
You know what, man? Don't pull up that BS about this man looking like who'd you say he remind you of? You said Tyler Perry.
Give me Tyler Perry vibes, man.
You know what he means by that? I have no idea what that means. You know what that means? Put it in the comments.
He just gives me the, he gives me just those vibes, man.
No.
But hey, we're going to talk about it. I mean, congratulations to you Russ fans. He went ahead and went to the Giants with one of my favorites, Jameis. So I mean, you look at personalities. hey, that dysfunction is going to be interesting, man.
I think I did see this funny ass meme, or it was like a video today with Jameis and Russell Wilson. Man, it was crazy.
I mean, I got this one right here, man. This one.
Yep.
Hey. Oh, they edited this one funny now.
It's a confusing question. Yes, they do. String beans or green beans that look like strings.
This is the first time I see this one, man.
Hey.
Jeez, that is dangerous. I've done something like that too. Listen, one time.
Oh, damn! See?
Oh man,
that's too dangerous.
That was the saddest day in the Seattle fan history, man.
Hey, that's.
You ever done anything dangerous?
That's I'm telling you, man.
That was a good loop, though, man.
Hey, it's a good loop. That was a good edit, man. But hey, we'll see how the Giants do with Jameis and Russ. They might pick up Shador. We'll see how that goes.
Hey, let's switch topics, man. This is a basketball podcast, man.
Hey, so you know what we came to talk about today, man?
Who that be? Who
you know that is, man. You know the king, man, the chosen one, the God, man.
That's not MJ. You didn't get a custom MJ Laker jersey?
Get out of there, man. Get out of there, man.
They ain't a classic a custom.
Hey, don't do that. Hey, we know who he is, man. And today was a great day, man. I was excited.
Wow.
It was going to be a day late, but LeBron on Pat McAfee, the greatest interview of all time, man. I don't care what anyone says. Like he went.
Is this like his first major? Because it doesn't Pat McAfee. He's on ESPN, right?
Yeah.
So is this his first like big like interview that he actually did? Like more like podcast kind of style.
Hey, he came in guns blazing, man. He went at Steve. You know why? Pat McAfee is the biggest opponent to Stephen A. and they're in the same damn network, man.
Damn.
He could have went on Gil's Arena. He could have went on his own thing, but he was like, nah, let me go on Pat McAfee's show and get at Stephen A. And he did not pull back. You
don't think that was set up?
Nah, man.
You don't think that was a conspiracy? You don't think Stephen A. called Pat McAfee?
Hell no.
It was like, hey, give my man LeBron, let's get some views. You don't think that happened?
You sound stupid right now, man.
Man, I'm telling you, man, these conspiracies, though, man.
You talking about these damn
Stephen A. is a money machine, man. I'm telling you, he was like, hey, Pat, call LeBron.
Nah, man, we're gonna get into
that. Get that back.
But hey, let's talk about LeBron's great week, right? The last
with all this LeBron talk, man, for our first show, man, people gonna come at you. We're gonna have so many haters. I like LeBron. Don't get me wrong.
I'm okay with being the NBA podcast heel, man. I'm good with being Mr. Vince McMahon on this podcast. I have no problem with that, man. But I'm telling you, LeBron James had a great week. Bronny dominating. We talking about Bronny James.
37 points in the G League.
Hey, I'm telling you right now.
I like Bronny though. Don't get me wrong. I do like Bronny. I think he's gonna be a B tier.
Nah, man.
I think Brandon Jennings. You know,
he gonna be Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Jennings, man.
Look at this, man. Look at this boy.
What we got? What we got here?
Look at that. Number 9 right there. Look at the confidence, man. Watch this one right here. Oh, his float game's nasty though.
Okay, Flo.
His float game's nasty. Look at this. The
okay,
speed.
The cut.
Okay, that's goaltending. That's goaltending.
All right. Okay.
Awesome. Bully.
Ooh. Okay.
Look at Bully, man. Speed. Like I get the haters, man, but come on, man.
You know what, man? I want to say it right here. Stephen A. did it on purpose. He knew if he talked about Bronny, LeBron would hear it, Bronny would hear it, Dwayne Wade, Carmelo would hear it. And from there, you knew Bronny would step his game up, man.
Look at this,
Stephen A. knew what he was doing the whole time.
Man, I hope you ain't gonna become one of those podcasts that just on that Stephen A. Man. You sound like one of those right now. You sound like one of those right now, man.
I'm telling you, man. Stephen A. knew what he was doing, man, and it worked out.
He too much damn credit, man. But look at
man. The credit truly goes to Bronny, though. To be real, the credit truly goes to Bronny. It wasn't Pops. It wasn't Stephen A. Man. It's Bronny, man, working hard.
Yeah, man. The confidence, man. I get it. People want to hate on. Look, yes, I'm a LeBron James fan. I always will be. But the hate that they be giving Bronny James for being a second-round pick and dominating, man, why can't we just enjoy the success story, man? Like, this boy's been working hard. He almost died. Like, why can't we just appreciate the development, man? Look at it.
Yeah.
Nasty jumper. He's been having that since he was, like, in, middle school. Great story. LeBron has to be excited about Bronny dominating. You know, I'm happy for Bronny, and, you know, that obviously goes into our whole conversation today, right?
Well, let me just say something too, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
With Bronny, the Bronny haters out there, man. How can you hate on Bronny, man? That man's the most humble, soft-spoken, like genuine, quiet assassin.
No, he ain't quiet no more, man.
I'm just saying, though, man. That man, he doesn't have to play basketball. He doesn't have to.
You see that take? I ain't gonna pull it up because I ain't sophisticated like that yet. But hey, he told that fan, "Hey, your chain's fake."
I saw that. That was funny. Hey. That's what I want. I want to see more Bronny like that. I want Bronny on that John Morant. That John Morant.
No. You're going to wait too damn far. No. You're going to wait too damn far. You're going to wait too damn far, man. We have not seen John Morant. We just talked about this. We haven't seen John Morant in 2 years, man.
I just want to see John Morant in that. I want to see Bronny in that era, man.
Man, there's an SOS for John Morant right now, man.
Anyways, man, my bad. I'm going off topic. You say you want to talk about
going way damn off topic. But no, we happy for him, man. But look, we already know what happened. This whole Stephen A., LeBron James, whole
fiasco. Give him the smart notes real quick.
Okay, man. So this is what happened, right?
You probably seen maybe 50 podcasts, 50 different YouTube videos of people talking about this.
I don't give a damn. We talking about it, man.
No, I agree.
You're killing us right now.
My bad.
Listen, man. Obviously, we know the whole thing with LeBron last year talking about how Bronny is better than half the people in the NBA. Which, I mean, he's a dad, man. You got to be biased, man. You got to build your kids' confidence up. Nothing wrong with that. So then, obviously,
don't forget the piece too. Don't forget the piece.
What piece?
Where LeBron also said, wherever he goes, wherever Bronny gets picked to, he will go.
That's true, but that's leverage, man.
Part two.
That's leverage. Why would you not do that? Like,
I know. I'm just saying. I'm letting you know that's a big part that everyone leaves out. I mean,
who gives a damn? Why does that even matter? Of course, it's his son. What is he supposed to say? Oh, I want Bronny to go wherever, and then I don't care about his career, and he's got to figure it out by himself. What is that? That sounds.
I'm saying that from what I read and what I seen, the Mavericks were looking at him, and the Golden State Warriors were looking at him too.
Okay, That's fair. But if I was LeBron,
Bronny could have shined by himself. I would have put my cards on Bronny.
I mean, you look at hindsight's 2020, man. He dominated now, so obviously it's the right path. I don't care what anyone says.
100%. I agree.
Like, who knows if he went to Golden State, be cut, going to Dallas and not play? Like, at least
That's
he has a
true.
plan.
You're right.
So,
he wouldn't have any leverage though. I mean, if he would have went to those two teams, they could have cut him. They could have dropped his ego. They dropped his confidence too. So, I get what you're saying.
And I mean, Stephen A. obviously called that out. You know, I mean, obviously we listened to that, and then you fast forward, Bronny gets drafted. Obviously, people nepotism, whatever you want to call it, so be it. And people don't feel like he's obviously an NBA player, but obviously he's showing that like Scottie Pippen Jr. I mean,
let's not forget, man. That man was an ESPN top 100 prospect, man.
Bronny was or he wasn't?
Bronny was. He was a top.
Yeah,
top
but
100.
he had
his
cardiac
game
arrest.
actually proved it. So I mean, like there is that before the whole situation at USC, man. Bronny proved that he was one of the best prospects.
Look,
in high school, regardless of being LeBron's side.
You know this, man. We talk about adversity, man. This is why LeBron James is one of the greatest. I think Bronny going through what he's going through right now, he's making him a killer, man. That boy's a killer now. If he wasn't getting this hate, if Stephen A didn't do what he did, man, this is the paradigm shift for Bronny's career. And we just saw it. 39 points in the G League. So, I mean, at the end of the day, this is like when LeBron lost that first finals, right? Was that the Spurs? Was that Dallas?
It was against Spurs, man.
This is Bronny's Spurs, man. Stephen A is the Spurs to LeBron, man. That's what this is.
You know what, man? I'll give you this. Stephen A is kind of like the Tim Duncan, man. Tim Duncan. He's a Tim Duncan.
I get the analogy.
You know what I'm saying? Because Tim Duncan, after he beat LeBron, he was like, "Your time is coming soon." He said that like, "Your time's coming."
He did try to stun him. So, all right. So that's what happened, right? So Stephen A said what he said, and then obviously LeBron feels a certain way with Stephen A still going at it. That, however the context is hey, keep your name out your damn mouth, man. Don't talk about me. And I'm not mad at LeBron for doing what he did there, man. Like, I know that. I mean, it had to be.
Wait, hold on. You missing some stuff, man.
What am I missing?
Remember, man, the big part was Stephen A was saying that Bronny wasn't having good numbers when he had he had like maybe what 6 or 7 games.
I don't think that's what.
Played like 25 minutes.
Nah, that's not what pissed
LeBron
off.
But Stephen A, wait, man, wait, give me my time real quick, man.
You're right.
But Stephen A said, I don't think he's ready. That's what happened. Remember, Stephen A was all over ESPN, telling his people, I don't, come on, LeBron.
But what did he? But you know what pissed LeBron off was that he said it's LeBron's fault. He said this whole situation with Bronny is not Bronny's fault, it's LeBron's fault as a father. So LeBron has been squeaky clean, as we know, hey, don't go there, man. Don't
no, man. I'm a big fan of being in the limelight and having having a family. You can tell LeBron loves his family, his wife, his kids, and the stuff he does for the community and stuff like that. Like, I mean, there's no other player like that. So
I mean, I get it. So obviously, we look at what happened there, and this whole I was surprised that LeBron went ahead and did what he did in this scene, right? Where he's literally just, I mean, Stephen A. I mean, we'll talk about this too, man. Look at Stephen A.'s posture, man. He like, what? Look at the body language on this shit. He's like, no, I didn't say that.
Yeah, imagine like being in Stephen A.'s point of view. That man is literally looking up.
Hey, look at the guy in the back. You see the guy in the back chewing?
Yeah.
Like, God damn, LeBron.
We don't even know if I don't think Stephen A was smiling at all, man. I think Stephen A was kind of like,
damn, man. I wish we had that camera view, man.
You can't see that camera view, but I could tell by like the end of the clip. If we go back to the very end, you can tell he wasn't like smiling, man. He was kind of like, he looked kind of sad.
He did look sad, man. He's like, what are you talking about?
I can see.
Yeah, so, you see the shoulders?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he looked kind of like,
he's like, what?
Right there, boom, head down, and everything, man.
Damn, that's scary, man.
So I feel like from what I got from my algorithm, right, from this whole clip coming out, man, it was 50-50, I think, man. I think 50% people agree with Stephen A. as in like, why LeBron acting that way? Why is LeBron acting out? Then the other half is like, no, man, LeBron's a dad. He should defend Bronny. Do you feel the same way? Do you think it was 50-50? Do you think people were fair about it? Or do you think LeBron was in the right? You think Stephen A. was in the wrong?
I mean, that's tough, man. That's tough. I mean,
Stephen A. just doing his job, man. He's a what, 35 years as an NBA analyst, journalist?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, at the end of the day, I think what Bron did, he had to do it for Bronny, man. And I mean, look, we know this, man. We talking about LeBron James, but we've been watching First Take, The Jump. You go back in time. LeBron James is ESPN, man. The fact that this man does not get royalties for what Skip has been saying, Skip became the biggest because he was a LeBron hater. So, and I mean, I'm surprised. Like, I don't know. Stephen A's been switching up on, like, was he always like this with the LeBron thing? Nah.
You know what's funny though? You bring up a good point, right? You talk about like the major sports analysts, journalists on all the major networks. I can't think of one besides like the sidekick that puts LeBron as your GOAT. There's not one person I can think of. And you can correct me, man. If someone knows on the comments, if there's one major podcast host.
I like that plug. I like the plug with the engagement right there, by the way.
Appreciate it, man. But I don't know. It's always the sidekick. It's always the sidekick that's a LeBron fan. Think he's the GOAT. It's never the main host. Skip, Stephen A. I mean, I can't think. I mean, like, who else? You go to the Jalen Rose and Jacoby show, man.
Wait, did Jalen hit on LeBron?
I'm not. It's not hating. I'm just saying he never say he's the GOAT. Like, it's always the second person.
Man, but that's a generation thing, man.
That's what I'm saying. There's no young cats, man.
There's like these 60s and 70-year-olds that talk.
But I mean, if you have like you have some of your new NBA players that just retired. I mean, even KG and Paul Pierce, man, they're younger, but they're still old heads. They still put Jordan as their GOAT.
Well, come on, LeBron dominated them.
I know.
That's different, man. That's a totally different thing. But I mean, so you're right. I mean, I think it's wild. I think it's wild when you don't
have one host that says LeBron's the GOAT. That's the main. That's a main host.
Shannon Sharp.
It's not his show. He's a special guest on that show.
You're right. I'm
just saying, there's not one that they talk about LeBron as hands down the best player. I think that's unfair, man. That's not fair.
Yeah, I mean,
I lost you, man. And we got technical difficulties, man. I don't know what happened to my brother, man. Where you at? Where are you at? Able to display. Cable connect. Continue on a new track.
I'm just gonna record it. We can talk through it.
Want to freak people out real quick? All right, cool, that.
No, so you're talking about you're talking about these sidekick.
It's always a sidekick.
Anchors.
It's never the front. It's never the front person, man.
Okay, but Nick Wright on Fox. He's a big LeBron guy.
Did he say he was a GOAT?
I mean, but he's younger. He's younger though. I think he's like in his 40s.
But I mean, to your whole point though, I think you're right. I think there's an age gap. Like I think once you start having some of these younger players, they got to see LeBron. Even some of the younger players right now, they'll say that Jordan is still the GOAT or the other GOATs, which is crazy.
That's a wild take. That's a wild take, man. You have to be a hater. You have to be a hater saying something like that, man. Like, I don't know. I think that's wild. But yeah, to your point though, I think these the whole Stephen A thing though, I think that switch up is just weird to me, man. Like I didn't see him, once again, like I never seen him come at LeBron.
You know
like
what,
that.
man? I'm gonna say this right here, man. I'm a conspiracy person, man. I think my man Adam Silver called up LeBron, called up Stephen A and was like, "Hey, man, our numbers aren't looking good from a viewership standpoint. I need you guys to figure something out. Stephen A, LeBron, we need you, man. We need you now."
That's a wild take, man.
We need you now. My man Adam Silver called him up, said, "Hey, LeBron, Stephen A, you're the two biggest people in this in the basketball world."
Hey, this is a Drake and Kendrick moment for basketball in some ways, man. You got the number one sports analyst, Stephen A. Smith, going at it.
40-year-old LeBron James.
Yeah, man, this is. Yeah, I mean, you got something there. I mean, but they're taking the gloves off, man.
We're just getting started. Though. Let's be real though. Stephen A. hit a tour. He did a tour 2 weeks ago, going to every basketball podcast. That man went on every basketball podcast. Didn't he go on the Gilbert Arenas one? Is that the one he went on?
Yeah, he went on Gil's.
He was all Arena. Dressed up. All that.
He always be.
Even had a chain on too. No suit. Casual wear.
You know how Stephen A. does it, man. You know how Stephen A. does it, man.
So,
I watch Gil's.
You know what?
I love Gil's Arena.
You know what's funny though? Stephen A. kind of pulled that Drake, man. Was throwing shots. Was basically like waiting for like, oh, LeBron's not gonna say nothing. Kendrick's not gonna say nothing. Then look,
he did do that, man.
Right? LeBron just joined the Pat McAfee Show. We're just getting started, man. This shit's gonna be crazy. I think LeBron will go on a tour, man.
This is what's crazy, man. We saw the body language with this shot we just saw, right?
Yep.
And then, at first I'm like, okay, Stephen A. LeBron. We'll see this LeBron clip with Pat McAfee, but
pull up essentially some clip from the Gilbert Arenas, man. You gotta pull up some kind of clip.
Hey, I'm gonna pull this one up real quick. Right now, Stephen A. tries to clarify what he meant by the whole take that he was talking about LeBron.
Okay.
All right, we got ads on this.
Oh man, we gotta get past this.
Are we good? We good? No, we good. All right, see if we can.
Teams in the East and the West are solidified. But which finals matchup should fans want to see? I was talking to my ESPN and ABC colleague, Richard Jefferson, his former teammate. They won a championship together in Cleveland. Richard Jefferson now works for ESPN and ABC calling games, and LeBron was speaking to him prior to the game against Boston in Boston on Saturday night. And I would like you all to take a look at this and to see what they're saying LeBron said to Richard Jefferson. Take a look. So y'all saw it.
I don't know, man. See, I used to be a big.
So
Stephen
he was
guy,
saying,
man. But it's been tough. I'm being honest, man. It's been tough the last couple of weeks. I feel like Stephen A. is turning into this villain, man.
Hey, man.
I don't know.
I
know people.
You're one.
It's different.
Go ahead, man.
No, man. It's
go
ahead,
finish. Finish what you gonna say.
I'm telling you, and I'll say it again, man. Stephen A. is becoming the heel of the NBA, man. He is, man. He is the heel. He is the Vince McMahon.
Stephen A. has always been the heel of the NBA, man.
Nah, man.
Always.
Stephen A. was like the Rock. The Rock when he was, everyone still loved the Rock, even though he had some asshole in him. Stephen A. always has the asshole in him, but this is different, man. I'm telling you.
I'm gonna say it right now, man.
It might be the contract.
All those people that talk about, oh man, when LeBron James retire, man, no one's gonna have anything to talk about the NBA. Wait until Stephen A. Smith retires.
Man, damn, that's a good take.
Who's gonna cover the NBA? He's been for how many years? 15 years.
Ooh.
Number one.
We might have to.
If Stephen A. retires, the NBA will be scared. There's no one else.
Damn, what? You know what, man?
Who else?
Let's talk about. Hey, let's talk about that real quick, man.
I'm saying,
who has the bigger impact in the NBA from a journalist standpoint versus LeBron in the NBA standpoint, man?
Malika Andrews?
Nah, Malika.
Exactly. And I'm not. No hate. I'm not saying nothing. Cause I do like Candace Parker. I think
Kendrick Perkins?
Huh? No, but I'm talking about women. I'm talking about women, man.
Yeah.
Candace Parker, shout out to you. You're killing it right now.
Candace Parker, yeah.
She do. But anyways, I'm just saying there's no one. Kendrick Perkins, no way. He cannot carry that weight.
Gilbert.
Who?
Gilbert Arenas, man.
Yeah, he had to transition in, kind of like JJ Redick.
Man, Gilbert Arenas is nasty, man. I know you not see that Skip Bayless roast. Gilbert did for what, almost an hour and a half, 2 hours. I watched the whole damn thing. It's the greatest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. Gilbert Arenas pulled all the facts in, man. Steven, you're right. you know what? I change it up, man. No, man. Gilbert Arenas will take that, man. It'll be fine. So I think LeBron is more impactful to the NBA than
y'all need to put some respect. Y'all need to put some respect on actual journalism, man. Like
what journalism is it?
No. Man. Now we got Draymond Green opened the floodgates. He was like, you know what? I want to start doing these podcasts.
Don't you be hating on Draymond?
I do like Draymond, but I'm saying Draymond is making all these players, which cool to them. I didn't play basketball in high school. My last year playing basketball was in 8th grade.
You talk about like active players?
I'm just saying. What I'm saying is, from a journalistic standpoint, a true journalist, Stephen A. is the last of a dying breed. Who else?
Nah, man.
I'm just saying, man.
Look, man. We're gonna go back to it because we both watched First Take with Skip and Stephen A. when they created that powerhouse team. And you're right.
Yep.
Like Mike Wilbon, don't sleep on Mike Wilbon too. Mike Wilbon dominated in the early 2000s and 2010s and all those different things. And we watched that, right?
Yep.
I think the biggest thing now when you talk about, because I mean, you still have a point. I ain't gonna lie. I think you're right. The impact that's why Stephen A. got that big contract. That's why Stephen A. is on his Taylor Swift tour, like LeBron said.
Yep.
Because Stephen A. does deserve a tour, man. Stephen A. deserves a tour. Stephen A. deserves some damn flowers, man. And I get it. A part of me is like, look, Stephen A. just wrapped up that big ass deal, right, with ESPN, right? Was $100 million or something like that. Biggest contract for a journalist.
Yep.
And like, you know, obviously on Gil's Arena, he was talking about, hey, like he just wanted to be, treated fairly comparable to his counterparts that's in the news and CNN and, Fox News, which is a great point.
Yep.
But I mean, I think just his content and the context of what he's talking about is a little different, man. It's a little different. And like, it speaks volumes when Draymond Green, who he was trying to groom to get into, I mean, Draymond Green and Stephen A. last year, they were doing stuff together.
That's true.
Draymond's not fucking with Stephen A. no more.
You know what's crazy? Hey,
you
know what's crazy though? You mentioned that, right? I haven't seen Draymond Green on TNT either. Did he get blacklisted from TNT? I haven't seen him on TNT this year. I don't know what happened. I mean, I see Vince Carter. I see, but I haven't seen Draymond. And Draymond.
I mean, Draymond's focus, man. Draymond's having
a
good
what?
Year.
That's man. What Draymond is focused on basketball. You know what?
He's focused on basketball,
right.
Man.
You're right. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, man. Don't sleep on Draymond. I feel like Draymond.
Hey, Warriors in my dark horse. Warriors in my dark horse this year.
Hey, but to your point though, yes, I think they're to an extent. I think that Stephen A. the impact that Stephen A. has made on a journalistic standpoint. There's no one that's his understudy. There's no one in the upbringing of him.
No close.
Or I think Gilbert Arenas is. I think Gilbert Arenas is one of those. Now, I mean, you look at this. I mean, journalism has changed. Yeah. Pat McAfee.
Yep.
Pat McAfee.
That's true. But I mean, Pat McAfee mostly focused on football, though. He doesn't really dabble in the. From a basketball standpoint, I don't know. I'm just saying, if we're talking about the greatest of all time, Stephen A.
LeBron's going to take that seat. LeBron's going to take that seat.
That's a good conspiracy. I think that's true. I told you that earlier.
LeBron's the greatest NBA player of all time and the greatest journalist of all time.
When LeBron quits, the first thing he's going to do, he's going to hop on all these different networks and he's going to go off. He's going to crash out. My man's going to crash out.
He crashed a little bit on Pat McAfee, man. And I loved it. Hey, he got the second season with Steve Nash.
Yep.
Understudy for JJ Redick. That's big, man. So to your point, no, I disagree, man. I think LeBron James is going to take that, and I would love to see that happen, man. I would love to watch. He's going to change up. He's going to pivot, man. He's going to go into that journalism.
You think so?
You watch LeBron James, man.
He going to pull Tom Brady? Is that what we're going to do?
Hey,
he going to pull Tom Brady, right? That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You haven't seen anything like that. I mean, you got
Tom Brady. Like I'm not gonna lie. I know we're talking about basketball, but Tom Brady really just stepped his game up though. From first year to second year of his commentary, pretty damn good. I'm not gonna
because
lie.
He's the greatest, man. I think when you the greatest in your field, like Tom Brady and LeBron James, you're gonna be great whatever you do, man.
That's fair.
They got the greatness genes.
Yep.
Everyone aspires for the greatness genes,
That's
man.
True.
Like LeBron could be the best journalism if he wants. I mean, the acting's a little suspect, but the journalism, man. Hey, watch out, man. I think he gonna go for that Stephen A, man. But hey, you brought a good point though, man.
Man, come
no understudy. You're right. You're right, man.
I don't know.
You're right. That's a good point.
I don't know what it is, but man, ESPN don't like getting those young bloods any shine, man. You know, there's people out there working hard too. on the
man.
road. I'm telling you.
You got what is it, Kenny Beecham? Is it Kenny Beecham, isn't that name?
Well, who took over Woj? Who took over Woj? What's his name?
Sham.
Yeah, Sham, man.
Sham.
I mean, like, I think Sham got some like
young cats.
I feel like he had his nervous jitters when he first took that position over. But I think he's growing, man. He's using today's technology, our society stance, using social media and stuff. I think he's doing a good job. Shout out to Sham, man.
Yeah, but KD went at him, man.
Did he?
Yeah, KD went at him in the whole Suns thing about the trade and stuff, and Shams, you didn't hear about Shams after the trade deadline. After that,
what's funny though, Shams does look nervous when he talks. Though he does look a little nervous when he talks, but I get it though. I get it.
Hey, he's been around, man. I think you're right. I think ESPN's got him in there.
They're trying.
I mean, some of these, they're not, but you're right. They don't got these young cats in there.
Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, if you know any young journalist that's up and coming, that's hitting the roads like what Skip and Stephen A. used to talk about in their podcast.
Why even be on ESPN though, man? You can go on like what we trying to do right now, right? Hey, please like and subscribe. Late in the debate.
Yep.
PKDK, please follow, like, whatever, because we trying to be that new school. We have passion for the game, man. Like, let me just go on my rant real quick.
Go ahead.
Hey, me and Dave, man, we do this every single day, man. This is not just because we want to do, but we talk about ball, we talk about sports, we talk about all of this every single day.
We talk about pop culture, man. We talk about,
we talk about art, we talk about, man, everything, man.
Yep.
But this is me and him fight, man. We go straight to the ball.
You'll see a lot of devil's advocate going back. I agree. I don't agree with you. You see that back and forth.
So if you want to see that type of content, man, once again, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Related and Debated will be around.
And I'm going to drop this real quick too. I'm going to say this. We try to do what people are telling us we can't do, right? And I would say that 90% of people, we are fans. We are fans of the sport. We didn't play it in college. We didn't play D1, D2, D3, D4, D5 junior college. We are diehard fans, man, since we're kids. We might not play it, but we know it. We study it. And we enjoy it.
NBA Live, man. NBA Live,
head, man. Inside Drive.
Inside Drive was a great one, man. Man, we could talk about the gaming too, man. The Inside Drive was amazing, man. If you want to know stats, man, I could tell you, man. I got you guys, man.
Overalls, man. When it comes to your players, man, we be guessing every year. Stuff like that.
I mean, to your point, and LeBron. I don't know if LeBron brought this up, but to your point, though, I think that's what the missing piece is, and I think it was Gilbert Arenas or whoever it was, is you have the journalists back in the day that didn't really have passion for the sport or love for the game.
Yep.
Right. They just doing it for their occupation.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, I do think it's a little bit different. Like, you talk about, hey, what happens when Stephen A, is gone? Like, what's going to happen? Yeah, like ESPN and some of these major networks are going to, they're going to struggle. But I mean, the beauty of what we got going on is everyone now can go on, go ahead and create their podcast and talk about if they love the game like we love the game. Yep. As fans, as true fans of the sport. True fans, man, like that's what it's all about, man. So the love of the game. I mean, I wish I had the love of the game where I had the ability to
don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, man. I can still ball, man.
You cannot ball, man. You haven't been able to ball.
I'm like, I can still ball.
Been able to ball for like a decade, man. Isn't that crazy? You haven't been able to
ball on the court, man. I'm a bully on the court, man.
Nah, man, you haven't.
Crazy Euro step, man. That's what I'm saying.
You crashing out right now, man. You be delusional, man.
I'll show some highlights once we hit 5,000 subscribers, man. I'll show some highlights, man.
5,000 subscribers?
Yeah, man.
Hey, okay, all right, man. We'll find some. If not, we'll get some footage.
We'll get some real time. We'll get some real time footage of me shooting, man.
We give you guys some real time footage of us
playing one-on-one, man. See the guy right here.
You guys want to see us play? So we get some pickup going.
Pickup, man. 2v2, 1v1, 3v3.
No. But I mean, I think you're right. I think the Stephen A's point that you brought up is a good point. But at the end of the day, I think what he did to LeBron and how he handled the whole situation, now going on after the situation and say, oh, my boss told me I had to talk about it.
Yeah.
Because if I don't talk about it, they just gave me this $100 million deal. If LeBron had a problem with me, he should have just gave me a call. LeBron didn't give me a call.
Wait, don't forget he said this. He said, Rich Paul, you got my phone number. Maverick Carter, you got my phone number.
You right.
You know how to get me. You know how to reach out to me.
Yeah. What? Man, that's crazy, man. That's
He
crazy.
should have said. I'm joking.
Hey, you leave that alone, man.
I know. I would just. Yeah, my bad, man.
No, but I mean, look. I think what Stephen A. how he's handling this. I mean, we don't know. This is unknown territory.
I'm telling you. I told you just like a couple minutes ago, man. Adam Silver is playing puppeteer right now, man. He said playoffs is coming up. I need some play for the playoffs, man. Don't
hey, what's your take? Here you go, man. What's your take on this, though? Okay, check this out. Right, Skip Bayless just came out with his YouTube. Right, he's pushing on that.
Pushing hard, yeah.
He's pushing, and he has Stephen A. on it. How much you think Skip Bayless is loving this right now?
What do you mean?
How much you think he's loving this whole Skip and LeBron?
I think, to be honest, I think he's jealous, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, I think this is what Skip wanted. Man.
Yeah, I think this is what Skip wanted. Skip wanted this, man. Yeah. He's kind of like, I think Skip's kind of like Kanye, man. Now Kanye's been like crashing out lately, posting all these crazy.
No, you think Skip's been crashing out?
No, I'm saying that I think he wish he could.
Yeah, I know. Nah, man. I think Gilbert put him in the. I think I know you still haven't seen it, but I think Gilbert buried Skip, man. Skip died last week. Skip died last week, man. We ain't seen Skip. We ain't never seen Skip again, man. I believe it.
Yeah.
I saw it. I saw the Skip take, man. And I think Gilbert put some things out there that, like, I think I was fooled by Skip, man. Like the teleprompter piece. You know, if you watch Skip's takes, man, he reading that shit.
You know what, man?
Like,
I don't care. I don't care about all this noise that everyone's talking about, man. I won't say this right now. I do have a side, but I don't have a side. But the biggest thing about growing the game is you need people talking about the game. And we're talking about the game.
Okay, that's different than talking about the game than talking about how much you don't think LeBron James is the greatest player of all time. I think that's different, man. If you're going to talk about the game, why aren't we celebrating LeBron James?
We will, man.
Right? Come on, man. We know the Skip takes, man. Everybody know the Skip takes for the last 3 decades. Almost 3 decades.
Man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be crazy because you're right, man. A lot of our analysts right now are getting older. So I mean, these MJ stories might eventually slowly die down, man. Sadly. So we gotta appreciate that too, man.
We got to. You know, you're right, man. We should give the flowers to Skip because we listen to. We watch Skip.
This shit not gonna last forever.
Right, you need the villains, man. I mean, I know in LeBron's perspective, he's like, you know, Skip's his hater.
Yeah,
but you need the haters, man.
You do,
because then you have people like me that going to support LeBron James.
You got both sides. You're gonna have both sides. You're gonna have people that love LeBron. You got people that hate LeBron. You're gonna talk about both.
No, man.
And why?
Yeah,
in my opinion,
but
I still think LeBron is one.
I still think that's a double standard, man. Because no one did that with Michael Jordan. No one did that with Michael Jordan, man. Shaq never got that. Did Kobe ever get that? Kobe didn't even get that with Michael.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna say this right now, man. I remember being in the 4th grade, getting the Slam magazines. I remember seeing LeBron and Sebastian Telfair on the cover. And I thought, to be honest with you right now, I could say this 10 toes down that I thought Sebastian Telfair was gonna be the greatest of all time as a kid. I was like, I don't know who LeBron is.
Why? Because he had the headband on?
No, because he was
short.
He had the headband on. He was short just like me. I wasn't this giant like LeBron James. I saw Sebastian Telfair resembled me. And I needed to believe. But I just had to struggle.
That was probably that Slam magazine was probably the greatest Slam magazine.
The best cover of all time, man.
Great. So, you know, and that's unfortunate that Sebastian Telfair didn't get a chance to really dominate in the NBA like, you know, LeBron did. You know, just didn't work out. But you're right. I mean, I think that's one of the things when you look at journalism, the impact that it makes on the youth.
Oh my God.
And it's gonna be interesting. I mean, to your point, man. Like, damn, when Skip's off on this, man. Skip's gone. You know, Stephen A is gonna be around for a while now.
Yeah.
But he's an old head.
Yep.
Right. I mean, he's probably gonna monopolize it like Anthony Mackie does. You know how I feel about Anthony Mackie, right? If you guys don't know.
Yep.
Right. He's just dominate the whole sports, NBA, journalism. You're not going to give any room for anyone else, right? Unless, you know, like I said, like a lot of these NBA players are doing their thing. You got, you know, real fans that are also trying to do some things too and just build their network. But, I mean, at the end of the day, I think, you know, when it comes to the journalism of the game, right, like to your point, man, John Morant's been canceled for 2 years. John Morant's never
and
coming
they're
back.
having a great season.
You know,
I'm telling you, John Morant makes it to the NBA Finals. Every news station gonna flip. They're gonna flip.
Man, that'll be. And I hope he don't. I hope he didn't change too.
What do you mean?
I hope he didn't change. I hope he's still who he is.
You flipping sides now, man.
Hey, I'm just saying that would be a good story, man. They tried to change the man didn't change.
No, man, he definitely did change. I'm not gonna lie, man. He's just not getting that credit. I mean, from a leadership standpoint, all that stuff, man, he's killing it. Shout out to John, man.
He's killing it. I mean, we'll talk the stats, right? He's playing 30 minutes a game, the lowest he's ever played, right? Still dominating. The team's doing really good. And he's having a very low-key year. Adam Silver's probably like, hey, you got to chill out for the next couple years. I mean, because, at the same time, it's crazy that we're not talking about John Morant being the face of the NBA anymore, man. Like, I get it. I get why, right? But at the end of the day, man, his talent is undeniable. And this team's dominant. And they're still young, man. They act like the Grizzlies ain't like what OKC is different, but
they're kind of. I don't know. I truly think SGA is going to probably win MVP. I want a Joker to win, but I think for the last week and a half, I think SGA kind of put himself to the top. Because I think the Nuggets lost the last 3 games, so I think SGA has it in the bag, which is kind of like it's crazy, but I get it. But it's hard to make OKC a marketplace, like a team you want to root for. They've been trying hard for the last 2 years to make him like a.
Nah, I don't think that's. Man, come on, man. I don't think that's true, man.
It's a small market, man.
When Katie and Russ and James were there and they're dominating.
No, that's fair. You're right. No, that's fair. That's right. You're fair. That's right.
And I feel like they engage right now. We'll see, man. It's gonna be exciting when we get to that playoffs, man.
It's the year of the small market teams, man. That's what I call it, man. It's the year of the small market.
Yeah, you're right. It is. Cleveland, and to your point, man, you need to call your boy Adam Silver and see what he's gonna do about that, man. Because man, those ticket sales ain't gonna be there. You got Boston still.
Hey, man, for fans like us, man, it's good, man. I don't think they can inflate the tickets if you do want to go to the NBA Finals this year.
You're right, man. It helps all fans, man. If you want to get into a game,
this might be a chance for you to go to the NBA Finals, man.
Because if it was Lakers versus Boston, good luck, man.
You ain't going to that game.
You ain't going to that game, man. You ain't going to that game. It ain't happening, man. I'm telling you right now, you are not going. But Cavs versus OKC, you're right.
Yeah, man, you got a good chance.
You got a good ass chance to get some good ass tickets, man.
You might get first row, man. You might not front row.
We might need to switch up these jerseys and get some Cavs and OKC love, man. We got to figure out how to make that happen, man.
Yeah,
that would be go to Cleveland. I'll get those tickets.
That's hometown, man. Not our hometown, but hometown.
yeah. So look. I think going back to what we're talking about with the whole LeBron and Stephen A. piece. I think at the end of the day, Stephen A. coming at LeBron after the fact when he's okay, all right, and then go on his tour and be like, nah, that's not what happened. If LeBron wanted to talk to me, he could talk to me right now. I think that's wild to me, man. One, like Stephen A., you about 75 years old, man.
Hey, man, you see Stephen A. boxing?
You almost have half almost as age as LeBron, man. LeBron's almost half your age right now, and you coming at him like that. That's crazy to me, man.
I'm saying
I'm sorry. I don't care how big Stephen A. is. That's a little wild to me, but that's fine. But I think at the end of the day, bro, him doing that, I think it really, really pushed the king, the greatest of all time, to have the greatest interview, and people ain't gonna. Just like people don't appreciate LeBron James on the basketball court, they ain't going to appreciate this interview that LeBron James did and the impact and the power of this interview, man.
Hey, legit, that feels like a moment that had been brewing for a long time.
He's like on a Taylor Swift tour run right now.
Oh, yeah, we're watching it. We're all, you're seeing it as well.
He
literally...
You think LeBron really made that up? Or you think someone on his team made that up?
I didn't want to address it. I wasn't going to address it. But since the video came out, I feel the.
You think LeBron made that line, or you think one of his someone on his team made that line?
I don't care. It don't matter, man.
It was good. I'm giving him flowers. I thought it was really good. That's amazing.
Why even put that into existence? What do you? Why even put that into existence, man?
I'm saying LeBron got the juice, man.
Yeah, just say that. Don't have to say,
my
hey,
bad,
you
my
think
bad.
he
You're right.
was
You're right.
that?
You're right. My bad.
Hey,
LeBron got the juice.
He came in with the juice.
He did, man. You're right.
He came in with the juice, man. We don't do that with Kendrick Lamar.
He was
We don't
ready.
be like, hey, you think Kendrick came up with that,
No,
man?
my bad, man.
You don't be doing that, man. You over here being Skip Bayless out here, man. You being Skip. You being Stephen A, man. You being Rashad McCants. You being whoever you want to be out here.
Make me a villain, man. I ain't no villain.
I ain't trying to make you nothing. You say you putting crazy stuff out in existence like that. I gotta call you out on it, man.
It was a question.
No, I'm just saying, man. No, man.
Play the clip, man. Play the clip.
Hey, we get it going, man. Let's get the LeBron going.
Need to address it.
You would be not to talk about it.
Are you kidding me? If there's one person that couldn't wait to the video to drop so you can address it, it's your ass. Like seriously, it's and like another, he completely like missed the whole point. The whole point. Never would I ever not allow people to talk about the sport, criticize players about what they do on the court. That is your job, to criticize or to, be in a position where, okay, if a guy's not performing, that is all part of the game. That's all part of the game. But when you take it and you get personal with it, it's my job to not only protect my damn household, but protect the players, and I think a lot of the media, including him, and I know he's gonna be happy as hell. He's gonna be smiling from ear to ear when he hears me talking about him again. Oh my God, he's gonna get home and grab some ice cream out of the fucking freezer and sit in his chair and his tighty whities on the couch.
I hope at some point you two get
man.
My man, this is the most calm and it's not staged. I like this LeBron. I like
LeBron.
I like this LeBron era.
Saying, man. Hey, that's what I'm saying, man. This by far, I think. Look, man, we remember when you remember when he did the whole take my talents to Miami?
Yeah.
And he changed the game for NBA players.
Yeah.
Like he made it possible for NBA players to have that power to go wherever they want.
Don't let KG or Paul Pierce hear him say this, man, because they'll argue that they.
Allowing players like KD to go to the Warriors. KD has his own Kyrie. LeBron did all that, right?
Yeah.
He's doing the same thing with this interview, man. You watch. A lot of these NBA players.
I can see that, man, because it's not it's not staged. He's being unapologetic himself right now.
He could have legitimately went on there, said and be all PC about it, but the fact that he called Stephen A. motherfucker. And the fact that he said that this motherfucker's wild and he's on his tour and he's eating his cookies and he's excited for all, man, being that real through the entire interview for an hour, LeBron was being himself. I don't know if there's been that much transparency from an athlete to
Draymond Green.
That's not even
not mainstream like this.
Okay, you're right.
Draymond Green, though. Draymond Green's himself, though. So I say Draymond Green really kind of pushed the narrative first, to be honest.
I mean, maybe Tom Brady, maybe, but I mean, Kobe never did anything like that on players.
No, I agree. I get what you're saying. We're just in a different time, man. We're in a different time right now.
So we talk about, once again, I ain't trying to be. I mean, I don't really give a damn, but we talk about being biased. Michael would never do something like that, man. LeBron's saying what he needed to say, and I thought this is the greatest thing that I ever seen, man. From obviously from one of the greatest of all time in the sport. But man, I hope that this the NBA player sees this and be like, damn, we're gonna let these journalists and these people create narratives for us, man. Because I think this is very different than what we see from like KD or see from Draymond.
Yeah.
And then the fact that LeBron was like, put me on the biggest podcast, which Pat McAfee has the biggest viewership right now if you think about it, close to it.
Yeah.
I mean, Stephen A. First Take, sure, but I mean, I thought this was crazy, man. I thought this was great.
So it's a must watch, man. What you're saying?
Let's get it going, man.
Yeah, dude, relax, bro. Relax. Seriously, just
Kind of on that note, Bronny, your son, he's obviously had that inspiration in the home, and you talked about it since years ago, wanting to play long enough to play with your son. So you obviously visualized that. How was the real moment with that happening? Because I know me seeing it, seeing the Griffey's there, just seeing it, like that was just an unbelievable moment. So what was that like for you, really actually being in it?
Like seeing that pop fly head towards King Griffey Sr.
I mean, I think look at this, man.
Yeah,
I think the fact that we be hating on LeBron having that moment with Bronny, man. Like that was one of the. It's just crazy to me that just people be hating like that, man. I think it's just one of those conspiracy. You like the conspiracy word, man. I think once again, man, the fact that ESPN and Fox and all these major sports conglomerates are trying to hate on LeBron and the nepotism. Like the crazy thing is, we have NBA players, former NBA players, acting like if they had the opportunity that they want to do something like that for their kids.
100%, man.
And the fact that LeBron James has carried the NBA for this long, like we trying to act like Bronny. And Bronny's talented.
Yeah, but I was gonna say that's my next point, man. I was gonna say it's not like Bronny's a bum, man.
Yeah, why they be acting like Bronny's a bum?
I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but they be acting like Bronny's a bum, and I think that's just.
I mean, we've been watching Bronny highlights into it. He was in what 8th grade, 7th grade.
Yep.
I mean, Mikey Williams was nasty. Mikey Williams was nasty back in the day, but Bronny was still talented. Bronny always had the IQ. Bronny was always a team player. He maybe didn't have the killer mentality, but Bronny could always ball. And the fact that they act like Bronny was a scrub, I mean, the fact that he went to USC, had cardiac arrest, and then a year later, after almost dying, come back and actually play in the NBA and actually do something. Like, we should be celebrating Bronny, man. Like, it's crazy.
I get that, man. I think what you're saying. I think the other part too is like when you look at Bronny and what he's doing now in the G League, and I think this is the coolest part is that Bronny is he's actually scoring, man. Like like he didn't get a chance like throughout high school and even college, man. That man wasn't like first scorer, like trying to score first. So you seeing Bronny be scored first? That's cool, man. And he needed that. He needed to add that to his game. Man. He needed to add that to his game. He needed that. He was missing it.
I think this whole ordeal with everyone hating on Bronny. Bronny can't play. Bronny can't do this. Bronny shouldn't be in the NBA. I think that's made a switch on him, man. I think Bronny's not coming at playing basketball like, hey, it's fun and I'm gonna be everyone's friend and like I want to be. No, he's coming for people's throats now, man. You see it now. He talking shit. He bullying.
He ain't talking shit like.
No, he talk. Come on, man. He talking shit, man. Like, you wait next year, man. Bronny's gonna be a monster.
I think you said the other day. You said you think Bronny's gonna be averaging how many points in a couple of years? What's your estimate?
Yeah, I think Bronny can average 20.
How soon do you think he averaged 20?
I think he could do. He dropped 17, 30 minutes.
You think next year we'll get over 15 minutes next year? You hope?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think it's hard to tell. Yeah. I mean, I think they're gonna slow roll this. I think they're gonna. I mean, he might get another year of development,
which is cool.
I mean, you know this. Year 3, year 4 for a lot of these NBA players. That's kind of where they jump off. Like, of course, occasionally you get some of these, but even then, I mean, Trey Murphy from the Pelicans. I mean, Trey Murphy's been around for 5-6 years and finally getting a shot with Brandon Ingram being gone.
Yeah.
And Trey Murphy could have been Trey Murphy. You can argue that Trey Murphy's an all-star.
Yeah.
Like, so I mean, it took Trey Murphy, 5 years to get 4 or 5 years to get an opportunity, and he's dominating now. And I think there's stories like that.
Yeah.
I mean, so I think regardless, I think wherever Bronny goes and how his career goes, I think he's a success.
Yeah. I
think to being a second-round pick and doing what he's doing, I mean, I think it's impressive.
And let's be real too, man. I always talk about this too when it comes to like this basketball, man. Or you know about this, right? Is that typically it's always the not the superstar kids that are really good. It's always like the average players. The kids are really, really good. It's never a superstar. One of the greatest to play to have a son follow up. So I mean, it's kind of cool and interesting to see Bronny, being the son of the greatest of all time, that you can argue is living up to that, man. Because that rarely happens, if it ever happens.
Yeah, I mean, we got another one coming up in the football. We got
exactly.
He might be up there with Peyton and Eli, but I mean, to your point, like in the basketball sense, I mean, you look at Dale Curry and stuff, right? And
you even say Kobe, right? Didn't Kobe's dad play in the NBA for a little bit too?
Yeah, Kobe's dad, right?
I mean, there's a lot of them, man. There's a lot of them that were just like they weren't all stars or superstars, but he made it to the league.
But I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think like Jason Richardson's son, Michigan State. He's balling. He's gonna be a top pick in the NBA. He's gonna.
You see him more. You see him more now. But I mean, like,
yeah, true.
You're doing way more now.
I get your point. You're right though. I mean, like, it's hard. Like, that's like saying, like, if Tom Brady's kid became quarterback, and there's not what Bronny's going through. I mean, the only two people or three people that can really resonate with that is his younger brother.
Yep.
Right. That's also coming up in the ranks.
Yep.
Maybe not the same, but still something. And then Michael Jordan's kids.
Yeah. And they both just
those are the only people on this planet that can even have
from
some
a basketball
sense
standpoint.
From a basketball standpoint, what that looks like, right?
Yep.
And I mean, you once again, like, I think Marcus Jordan, because back in the day I was following that, like, he was okay, and I think his brother was good, but they just didn't have the athleticism, they didn't have the bodies for it, right? Yep. Like, I think you look at we just talked about this, like Scottie Pippen Jr.
Yeah, man, crazy.
Right?
Shout out to Scottie Pippen Jr. Man. That's the true testimony and grind, man, and grit.
6 foot tall.
Yeah.
Like what? Scottie Pippen's 6'7".
What took how many years he been in the league now? He's been in the league for how many years?
5, 6
years, man. And
grinding.
Finally, true grind, man. Patience, man.
Yeah, so I mean, I think it's something like when you have an all-time great dad and still trying to live up to the hype, and I think Bronny's done a really good job with it.
And he doesn't have to do. That's the crazy part, man. Like, people don't forget, this man does not have to play basketball.
Yeah.
And like, this man could be like, completely like, man, I'm just here for fun. I just, like stuff like that. Like, that man's not about that. He's really trying to work. That man's not just putting the work. I wake up, I put the work in, I go to the game, I hit the gym, I'm back in the lab all day, man. He doesn't have to do that. So it's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, but we talked about it. I think the hate's good for him.
Oh,
I think the hate's showing that it's good for him. I think, for him, he's always been well liked. And I think getting into the NBA, this is the first time that he's probably not liked at all. And he feels that.
Yeah.
And I think that changes people, man. And I think it's changing him better for the basketball court. Hopefully it changes him in a positive way off the court. But I mean, I can't imagine being in those type of situations. Us just being natural fans. We'll see how that looks. So, all right, man. But I mean, let's talk about these playoffs real quick before we wrap this up.
Before we wrap it up, man. We want to talk about. We'll talk about dark horses. We're going to talk about
let's see.
Who people
think the dark horse thing. We got 2 weeks left for playoffs. Who you think the dark horse?
The one we talked about in the West already. I told you that the race everyone's looking at right now is the Suns, the Kings, and the Mavericks. They're all in the close contention for the play-in for that 10th seed.
You're talking about that 10th spot.
Yeah, we're talking about that 10th spot, right? So, I mean, I'm calling it right now. If AD can come back, he didn't play the other night. I don't know if you watched or if you saw the highlights.
He didn't play that.
He lost, right? So, I don't know if they're shutting AD down.
I think they're shutting that down, man.
I was really hoping. I told you this the other day. I really wanted AD to kind of really, have a run in the play-in, man. I think that'll be crazy if he had a run. If he knocked out some of these good teams. Whew.
Yeah, I think they're calling it, man.
Yeah, I think
after that last loss.
But we want to talk dark horses. I don't know. I mean, like, we're talking. I know we don't talk about them, and no one in ESPN's talking about. But I got the Grizzlies, man. They're 3rd seed right now. I mean, I don't know if they're really a dark horse, but I don't think anyone's talking about them. I think they're really going to make it to at least the Western Conference Finals, at least.
Okay, that's a take.
West Conference Finals. I'm calling it.
No, I think if we look at the West,
what's your West take, man?
I'm not gonna go straight to the Lakers, man. I think what I think, man. I like the Rockets.
Yep.
I mean, I know they have a high.
I mean, they're a dark horse too. I mean, they're 2nd seed, and no one's talking about the Rockets, man. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. So I think the Rockets. I like the Rockets, man. I like them. They're my Timberwolves from last year, man. They're my Timberwolves last year, man. I think what we talked about this. I think Coach over there, man.
Udoka, man.
Hey,
it's my guy.
Hey, he talk about adversity, man.
Well, I mean, you're talking about true talent, man. I mean, the coach, like, that's not a gimmick. Like, people want to say he was in the right position, Brad Stevens, and all this thing that he was set up to succeed because of Brad Stevens. No, man, that man went from the Celtics to the Rockets, 2 different teams. Yeah, not the same.
Yeah, And I mean, you look how they got bought in. You see the grit and grind. You know, they kind of like that grit and grind Grizzlies back in the day, man. They seem tough. I mean, I think Dylan Brooks. We talk about that, and we'll probably have a show where we talk about.
I mean, it's an underdog team. Let's be real, man. You got Fred, Fred, right, man?
Fred,
yeah, man.
Freddie, yep.
I mean, underdog.
Man, we got
Dylan Brooks, underdog. I mean, even Jalen Green. Jalen Green kind of underdog, man. This scrap dog mentality, bro.
Young, and they're young too. Like people forget how young the Rockets are too. I mean, I think I'm excited about them. So I think that's my dark horse team for.
You got it from the conference, Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, Western Conference. I'm going to go with the Rockets. Okay. All right, so we'll talk about the East Coast now. I think for the East Coast, I think I told you this one, man. Like I think the Detroit Pistons, man. That Detroit basketball.
Ooh. You got the bad boy, Detroit basketball.
I mean, hey, I think Kate Cunningham, man. I think he's a superstar in the making. I just think that team, man, that grit and grind, like just what they've been doing, man. I think they also ain't getting any love too, man. I think that's some of the things. Like I don't hear.
Man, I told you already, man. That coach, that coach is good.
Yeah, JB, right?
JB
yeah. He's done a good ass job, man. I think that team's gonna be good, man. If we get a Rockets versus Detroit, that would be wild. But yeah, I mean,
that'd be a good one. I'll tune in. I'll tune in for that one for sure.
Yeah. What he got?
I mean, we already talked about it, man. I told you I already got I got Chicago, man. Bulls, man. I'm telling you, Kobe White, Giddey, and I told you, man, I'm a big Lonzo Ball fan. I mean, let me pull this out real quick, man. Hold on real quick.
Yeah.
I had to pull this down real quick and show you, you guys, man. This is that OG Lonzo Ball pop toy, man. Lonzo, you ever watch my podcast, man, and you see this, I want this signed, please, man. But yeah, man, I had to drop that in there real quick, man.
Hey, you got good, man. So well, I mean, hey, I think we covered a lot, man. So, hey, if you guys are watching this, once again, we appreciate the love. We're planning on doing a lot as far as content. Please like and subscribe. Please look at Related and Debated. We are going to be on
Related and Debated.
Related and Debated, man. So
Debated, man.
We're going to be talking about sports. We might be dabbling in some other things. We'll see how this goes.
We'll talk about movies, TV shows, music, food.
We talk about art, man. We talk
maybe even wrestling, man. We might have to do wrestling them too, man.
We might jump back into that WWE.
Yeah, WrestleMania coming up, man.
We might have to do that. That's not a bad idea, man.
I'm not lying, man. I might have to tap back in. Hey. I haven't watched wrestling since when? Since 2005, 2007, maybe 2008.
Nah, probably longer than that, man. I don't even remember the last thing I remember.
The last thing I remember, John Cena was wearing the shorts, no shirt, and doing you can't see me, man. The hip hop John Cena. That's the last one I seen.
I don't even know what happened to Sting, man. I want to see what happened to Edge and Christian. I mean,
yeah, man. We might have to do back in the day wrestling, man.
We're gonna have to do back in the day, man. That's what we're gonna do. But yeah, you guys, we're gonna be trying to cover everything. Once again, please leave some comments. Let us know how we do. We'll take the feedback.
Give us some topics to talk about too, man.
Give us some topics. Give us some grace with this because we're gonna figure this shit out.
No, man, we don't want no grace, man. We making content, man.
Give us that Bronny, man. Give us
to all those dreamers, to all those dreamers out there, man. Just create and do.
Hey,
just do it, man. That's what we're doing right now. We're just doing it. So
that's what we're doing, man. We'll be on your social platforms. We'll be on IG. We'll be on Twitter. We'll be on what else? What am I missing on there?
We want to get that Spotify too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be on that. We're gonna be doing Spotify. We'll be doing that Spotify. We're gonna figure that shit out. So once again, you guys, we appreciate the love. I'm Pat. This is Dave, and thanks for watching.
Man, that's PK. That's PK, and this is DK, man.
Man, that sounds redundant as hell, man.
No, man. Y'all can call me Big D, man.
Yeah, you can call you Big D.
Big D, man, aka D Pookie, man, aka ISO DK, man.
He's gonna work on that for the next episode. But once again, we're Related and David, and that's it, you guys. All right,
Related and David, man. I'll see you guys later.
All right, man.
This is your show, it's related and debated.